Amber Heard's old dog smuggling scandal has finally come back to bite her. According to reports, she is now the subject of investigation by an FBI-backed probe regarding allegations of perjury. She is still expected to go to trial next year with Johnny Depp, but this investigation may cause her some problems. It looks like the legal battle is not over for Amber Heard nor Johnny Depp. Previously, after Johnny Depp claimed that Hollywood had been boycotting him since Amber's accusations were made public, a Virginia court judge finally handed him a big win. Back in April, Amber already tried to do a bit of a Hail Mary when she countersued for $100 million. Her hope was that Judge Penny would dismiss the case simply based on Johnny Depp losing the libel trial in the UK. Unfortunately for Amber, this motion was denied along with her request to dismiss Johnny's case against her. However, now she is facing investigation in regards to her and Johnny Depp's infamous 2015 dog smuggling scandal. You remember the one where they had to make that really awkward apology?
I am truly sorry that Pistol and Boo were not declared. Protecting Australia is important.
Declare everything when you enter Australia.
Amber had violated Australia's biosecurity codes by not declaring the Yorkshire Terriers that she had brought into the country. Then prosecutors dropped 2 more charges on Amber for illegally importing the terriers while Depp had been filming the 5th movie in the Pirates of the Caribbean series. The conviction on the illegal importation counts could have possibly sent her to prison for up to 10 years. Additionally, false documents can charge carriers a maximum penalty of a year in jail and a fine of more than 10,000 Australian dollars. However, Magistrate Bernadette Callahan only sentenced her to a 1-month good behavior bond, which means that she will have to pay a $1,000 fine if she commits any further offenses in Australia. However, that being said, this case has now resurfaced and Australian investigators are looking into the claims made by Amber and Depp a lot closer. Kevin Murphy, Depp's former estate manager, even alleged that Amber had forced him to lie under oath after she knowingly smuggled her dogs into Australia. At the trial, he said, "I also explained to Miss Heard several times the fact that trying to take the dogs into Australia without completing the mandatory process was illegal and could result in very harsh penalties, including euthanizing the dogs." The Daily Mail was also the first to report about how the Department of Agriculture, Water and Environment has opened this criminal probe into the case and enlisted the help of the FBI. The FBI's role in this matter will be to track down witnesses in the US, according to the report. A source close to the investigation said that the charges of perjury could still be on the table for Amber, adding, "She could just ignore the whole thing and never go back, but a huge number of movies are shot in Australia, including Aquaman. Alternatively, Amber could go back there and face her detractors. That's often her style. It's pretty evident by now that she's not one for backing down in the face of legal threats." And as I mentioned, this new criminal probe will be interviewing witnesses in the US, which includes Kevin Murphy. In the report, they state, "Murphy has now been interviewed at length by Australian investigators and has provided a lengthy witness statement and a trove of emails allegedly implicating Heard. Sources close to the investigation believe she could be weeks away from being hit with charges of perjury or subornation of perjury, which involves inducing someone to provide false testimony. Either way, all of this is not going to play out well for Amber come time for her big court date next year with Johnny Depp. She'll be facing crimes of perjury and defamation at the same time.
On July 1st, 2021, Amber Heard revealed that she is now a mother, and this news shocked everyone. It came as an even bigger shock when people noticed the baby is a couple of months old. Why was she keeping this a secret? And why did she just announce the birth of her child when her child is clearly a couple of months old? In an Instagram photo uploaded last week, Amber revealed that she is now a proud mom. The photo she posted for this big reveal is a picture of her cradling her new baby girl, Una Paige Heard. But then on July 6th, Amber posted a video on her Instagram and her baby looks visibly older. The video is of Amber holding Una while she takes a sip of a green drink and guesses what type of drink it is. The video was captioned, "You can take the gal out of LA, but you can't take the LA out of the gal. #not a juicer." Comments have since been disabled from the post, but a lot of people were calling Amber out. And a lot of people were confused, since the last photo she posted, Una was a tiny newborn. Well, I'm here to explain it all. Una was born on April 8th, 2021, making her now 3 months old, hence why she's older in the video. But people are still confused as to why she didn't announce her daughter's birth back in April when she was actually born. Some people think that it's all part of a publicity stunt and everything was timed accordingly. But obviously we don't know for sure. Una was born via a surrogate mother after Amber found out she would never be able to carry her own baby. In the original Instagram post with her daughter, she said, and I quote, "I am so excited to share this news with you. 4 years ago, I decided I wanted to have a child. I wanted to do it on my own terms. She continued on saying, I hope we arrive at a point in which it's normalized to not want a ring in order to have a crib, end quote. According to a source, Amber kept the whole pregnancy very private. Only her innermost circle knew about the baby. But of course, she couldn't keep this whole thing a secret forever. People would notice her out in public with a little girl and be like, okay, whose kid is that? On Instagram, she also said, and I quote, a part of me wants to uphold that my private life is none of anyone's business. I also get that the nature of my job compels me to take control of this, which I guess is why she finally decided to make this announcement.
This lady has lied numerous times, and the worst part is that she's been caught lying numerous times as well, and today we've comprised a full list of those times for you. From illegally smuggling dogs to faking domestic abuse, we have everything you need to know. The top 5 times Amber Heard was caught lying. In at number 5, War on Terrier. Back in April of 2016, Amber Heard was involved in what the media dubbed the War on Terrier debacle. Her and Depp had to do this really awkward apology video because Amber had violated Australia's biosecurity codes by not declaring the Yorkshire Terriers that she brought into the country.
And Australians are just as unique, both warm and direct. When you disrespect Australian law, they will tell you firmly.
I am truly sorry that Pistol and Boo were not declared.
Then prosecutors dropped 2 more charges on Amber for illegally importing the terriers while Depp had been filming the 5th movie in the Pirates of the Caribbean series. The conviction on the illegal importation counts could have possibly sent her to prison for up to 10 years, and additionally false documents can charge carriers a maximum penalty of a year in jail and a fine of more than 10,000 Australian dollars. However, Magistrate Bernadette Callahan only sentenced her to a 1-month good behavior bond, which means she will have to pay a $1,000 fine if she commits any further offenses in Australia. In at number 4, illegal staff members. Amber Heard willfully lied again, except this time to US Immigration by telling them that her British personal assistant was just a friend and was not working unlawfully. Her former aide Kate James, who was fired by the actress in February of 2015, alleged in a high court battle that Miss Heard deliberately smuggled her dogs into Australia, which led to her being caught breaching quarantine rules and overall thinking that she was above the law. The claims were made in a witness statement by Miss James, which was submitted to the High Court as part of Johnny Depp's libel action against the Sun newspaper. Not only that, but Heard had also asked Depp's former estate manager to lie under oath after she was charged with bringing her 2 dogs into Australia illegally. In at number 3, doggy doo-doo. One of the most bizarre incidents to make its way into this case was the mystery about who left poop in Johnny Depp's bed. Heard had celebrated her 30th birthday party at the home that she shared with Depp and then went to Coachella afterwards, which is what she was using as her excuse for why she couldn't be implicated in that scenario. However, Amber sort of stuck her own foot in her mouth when she said that the housekeeper typically cleans up after her dogs whenever they happen to defecate in the house. So when the housekeeper was called for questioning, you would think she could substantiate that this was all just a big misunderstanding. Unfortunately for Amber, the housekeeper said that she has worked for Depp for more than 30 years and confirmed that she has never known either dog to defecate in the bed, adding that neither dog could even jump onto the bed if they wanted to. Plus, she told the courtroom that she handled a lot of dog poop in that time, and this one seemed to be human. Amber Heard, ya nasty. In at number 2, the busted lip. The initial reports that came out against Johnny Depp were that he slapped Amber, dragged her by her hair through their apartment, and then repeatedly punched her in the head. When asked in the courtroom what injuries she had sustained, Amber said that she had 2 black eyes, a broken nose, a broken rib, bruises all over her body, and that Depp had also busted her lip open. However, the problem with Amber's timeline is that when she alleged these events to have taken place, a video from that evening's festivities shows her on camera after the alleged fight and with no signs of bruising whatsoever, which led to Depp's defense team to accuse her of building this new set of lies that all of the abuse actually took place after everyone had left the home. So again, her story is just changing constantly. The other way that she was caught lying was when the lawyers cited her appearance on the Late Late Show with James Corden right after her allegations put Depp's abuse around this time. The clip was even played in the courtroom, and again, Heard had no visible bruises during the filming.
My face, though, is like I've got that you saw in the clip, like this beautiful 1920s, you know, stage makeup on and like flower crowns and all this stuff.
Coming in at our number 1 spot, the police report. In April of last year, Johnny Depp had filed a defamation lawsuit against Amber for $50 million after she wrote an opinion piece for the Washington Post about the domestic abuse that she was suffering from being with him. As a result, Depp was fired from his role as Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean, and his reputation was severely tarnished. However, Depp's lawyers received a bombshell of an audio confession where Heard actually admitted to abusing Johnny. Now the hashtag Justice for Johnny is continuously trending, with fans of his not only openly urging for her to not just be removed from the next Aquaman film, but face criminal charges as well. And this case is actually sort of similar to the Jussie Smollett case, and just like Jussie, Heard should also be in jail for making a false police report that Depp had abused her.
Amber Heard is facing backlash online, but this time it has nothing to do with Johnny Depp. The backlash is over an outfit she chose to wear to an Istanbul mosque, which some people are saying was very disrespectful. In the midst of her legal battle against the Sun, Amber took a trip to Istanbul, Turkey, and while she was there she posted several photos at a mosque that a lot of people have a problem with. Now, I'm certainly not a Muslim, but I have traveled to Muslim countries. I have traveled to Istanbul, Turkey, and it is customary to cover your hair entirely, your neck, and your chest entirely when you're entering a sacred mosque, which is why Amber Heard is getting a ton of backlash online for her choice of outfit that she wore. Amber Heard shared a series of photos to social media that showed her hair poking out, her chest and neck showing. Other people criticized her for not wearing a bra, I guess, and only wearing a headscarf as a fashion accessory. Here were some responses on social media. Oh, she's so respectful, right? At a religious ground, showing off her breasts in a see-through blouse. She'll put a scarf over her head, but a bra? Nah. This picture sums up how fake and phony Amber Heard really is. A walking contradiction. Mosques are beautiful, yes, but they're not props for your Instagram selfies, especially if someone is praying in the background. You should delete those disrespectful pictures. As a Muslim, I can't describe how disgusted I am by this photo. Amber Heard literally entered our holy mosque with body cleavage, half of her hair out, and visible nipples. That is so disrespectful. It's really not that hard to cover your body, and this happens in my country. Amber Heard was not only wandering outside the mosque in such an inappropriate and disrespectful attire, but she entered the inside of the holy mosque as well, with Allah and Prophet's name on the wall. As a Muslim, I am disgusted and hurt by this vile behavior. Amber responded to the criticism in a tweet response to an article about her outfit. She tweeted, "Nope, apparently whoever paid for this to be written wasn't paid enough. I'll make it easier. Mosques are real places, so are museums and churches. So are headscarves where they sometimes are required in order to visit. Mystery solved." Seemed that Amber didn't really understand what this article was criticizing, which was her choice of outfit. Deflecting much again, nobody said museums, churches, mosques, and headscarves are not real. They questioned your choice of outfit. Bras are real too, so is your lack of respect, but let's not ask too much from you, shall we? Now, to me, I'm kind of reading all this stuff. Obviously, this is something to do with a different culture. It's something to do with religion. Amber Heard has said before that she's an atheist. Frankly, I don't really know if this is offensive or not, so I open up the question to the Muslim community. Private Eye Paul Baresi says that he was hired by Amber Heard and her legal team in the summer of 2019 to dig up dirt on Johnny Depp. Private Eye Paul Baresi has worked with people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, and Eddie Murphy. According to the Daily Mail, he was hired last summer by Amber Heard's legal team to, quote, look into his follies and vices dating back to the 1990s, when Johnny co-owned Viper Room. It would have definitely helped Amber Heard's case to find past instances of DV that Johnny was accused of. After all, Amber Heard does have a history of DV. Johnny Depp doesn't. But it seems that this little ploy to dig up dirt on Johnny Depp didn't really go as planned. According to Baresi, he couldn't find anyone who had a single bad thing to say about Johnny Depp. He interviewed over 100 people in both the US and in Europe, and people who had worked with Johnny Depp over the last 30 years on films. Here is what Baresi told the Daily Mail. Amber Heard's lawyers contacted me and said, you're the right man for the job. That's how they brought me in. She was emotionally spent and battered and tormented. It was a volatile relationship. I went to the US, France, Italy, Britain, everywhere that Johnny Depp roamed, everywhere that he walked. I couldn't find one instance, or at least an admitted one, where he was physically abusive to a woman, smacked or beaten around. He's like an angel, not one who said a deprecating thing. He added, I interviewed dozens of people who knew him going as far back as 3 decades ago, and nobody had one bad thing to say about him. In fact, they couldn't say enough about his ever-flowing and outpouring generosity and tender heart. Well, that's awkward, isn't it? Hire Private Eye to dig up dirt? Confirms he is an angel. In response to Paul Baresi's statements, Amber Heard's legal team had this to say. Mr. Baresi hasn't been involved with Ms. Heard's legal team since he was let go last year, and his account is entirely inconsistent with the testimony of multiple witnesses. But here is what Baresi did say that could be detrimental to Johnny's case. Although Johnny Depp has a pristine reputation, the people around him, his entourage, don't. According to Baresi, who interviewed Johnny's tattoo artist Jonathan Shaw, Shaw told Baresi that, quote, "The only thing I would be willing to help that gold-digging do is help load the she wanted to use to her f***ing brains out." Even Johnny Depp's lawyer, Adam Waldman, was described as being a bulldog. Baresi argues that Amber was feeling frustrated and emotionally abused because of all the verbal abuse that she was getting. He argues that verbal abuse is just as bad as physical abuse, and it does equal harm. I mean, it's definitely not easy to be on the receiving end of verbal and psychological abuse, that's definitely true. The only unresolved problem that Baresi found having to do with Johnny Depp has to do with the guy that was his former business partner at Viper Room. Anthony Fox was Johnny's former business partner, but Anthony accused Johnny Depp of defrauding him of the profits of Viper Room. When Anthony Fox was supposed to testify, he disappeared on December 19, 2001 in Ventura County. He hasn't been seen or heard from since, and the investigation is still ongoing. In 2004, Johnny turned over his share of Viper Room and settled with Anthony Fox's daughter, Amanda Fox. Anthony Fox is still on the endangered missing persons list as of right now. According to sources, another actress's name has been put forward by Warner Brothers to replace Amber Heard if the trial between her and Johnny goes south. Plus, Amber has responded in not so many words to the recent backlash she got over an outfit she wore to a Turkish mosque. After Amber Heard was called out on social media last week for what people called a disrespectful outfit she wore to a Turkish mosque, she has thrown a little shade in response. Following the highly publicized trial against the British publication The Sun in the UK, Amber Heard has been vacationing in Turkey. Last week she visited the mosques in Istanbul and posted a photo of the outfit she wore, which exposed her bare chest, neck, and hair. It is customary to cover your hair entirely, your neck, and your chest entirely when you are entering a sacred mosque in a Muslim country, which is why Amber Heard got called out for what she chose to wear to the mosque. Not only that, but she was also criticized for not wearing a mask in public and also inside. It seems this week Amber has seen all the hate on social media, but she's decided to respond in not so many words, but a little shade throw via Instagram. She posted this photo to Instagram with the caption, "So much shade, so little time." Although Amber Heard is very clearly standing under a bunch of umbrellas, I do not think that was the shade she was referring to in her caption. She also has limited all the comments on her posts. In fact, Amber has limited the comments on all of her Instagram posts, but that hasn't stopped people from bashing her on Twitter. In other Amber Heard news, close to 500,000 people have now signed a petition to remove her from the cast of Aquaman 2. In contrast, a different petition supporting Amber Heard has only garnered about 6,000 signatures at the time of this writing. According to an International Business Times report, Warner Brothers is waiting for the outcome of the defamation trial between Johnny and Amber to decide if they are going to replace her in Aquaman 2. Rumor has it that several names of actresses have been put forward, including Emilia Clarke and Blake Lively, but sources who spoke to We Got This Covered, the same publication that reported that Ben Affleck would be returning to play Batman in The Flash, said Emily Blunt is being considered by Warner Brothers as a replacement if they need to get rid of Amber due to an unfavorable outcome of the trial and all the bad press. Given that Aquaman was the highest grossing movie ever for DC Comics, with Amber Heard playing the female lead, I can see why they would want to wait and see what happens. After all, there's always three sides to every story: Amber's side, Johnny's side, and the truth. Hopefully justice will be served and deliver a favorable outcome for Johnny, and I doubt Warner Brothers will allow her to reprise the role as Mara if the trial does not come out in her favor. But based on what happened during the libel case against The Sun, there were a bunch of not so favorable bombshells dropped about Johnny Depp. I expect the defamation lawsuit to be no different. For example, it was shared to the court that Johnny began using drugs at a young age, 11 years old, due to an unstable home life. Johnny accused Amber of encouraging him to relapse during their marriage. Johnny also lost $750 million after he failed to pay taxes, something that led to Amber getting physical. But at the end of the day, Amber actually violated an NDA when she went to the Washington Post and wrote an op-ed about her marriage to Johnny. Even though she didn't name him, everyone knew that it was about Johnny. The NDA forbade both Amber and Johnny from discussing their relationship publicly and was signed after the divorce completed. I guess we will all have to wait to see what happens to get a solid answer to the question, is Amber Heard going to be replaced in Aquaman 2? As of right now, Warner Brothers hasn't made any official announcement on who will be playing Mara. Considering how many action movies Emily Blunt has done though, I think she'd be a really good choice. She's also a great actress and she was the original choice for Black Widow. Johnny Depp fans are protesting against Amber Heard and L'Oreal Paris after L'Oreal posted a tribute to Amber Heard on their social media media pages. The post was meant to celebrate women in cinema, but all it did was anger Johnny Depp fans. The Instagram account of L'Oreal Paris felt the heat over the weekend when fans flooded the comments section of their recent post about Amber Heard. In case you didn't know, Amber Heard is the spokesperson for L'Oreal. The post was meant to pay tribute to women in cinema because the Cannes Film Festival was cancelled this year due to the coronavirus pandemic. But all it did was piss off a heck of a lot of people who believe that Amber Heard should lose opportunities in the same way that Johnny Depp lost opportunities. People are also accusing L'Oreal of supporting DV. I can't say the whole word on YouTube. They're accusing them of supporting DV despite the mounting evidence that Amber Heard was the problematic one in the relationship. When Amber Heard dropped her controversial op-ed piece where she all but named Johnny Depp lost everything. His money, his reputation, his starring role in Pirates of the Caribbean, and all of that happened without evidence, which is why he's suing her for defamation and $50 million. Here is the post in question. Hollywood actress @Amber Heard highlights that a woman's inner beauty is what we should value most. I would love to see women be able to be powerful, smart, opinionated, and taken seriously even if they are beautiful. Even more, I would love to see women held to different standards other than the superficial ones we are held to. And here is how Johnny Depp fans responded. Really, Amber Heard after what she did? L'Oreal, this is a disgusting choice. Well, not the right example to take as women. Quite shocked as the star system is still continuing to support her as a role model. Not buying any more L'Oreal Paris products anymore. Shame. This is it. I'm officially boycotting L'Oreal products. I'm turning a blind eye on your products just as you are choosing to disregard her behavior. You would think that L'Oreal might have, shut off the comments or taken down the post because of how it upset people. But in fact, some people think that they actually might be capitalizing off of this controversy and the amount of engagement these posts are getting because they not only posted another post of Amber Heard, they posted 2 more. And that just fired people up even more. Here's the second post. And the third post. I should make it clear that Helen Mirren and Eva Longoria were also posted recently in the same kind of campaign, and they were also posted multiple times as well as Amber Heard. But this is the first time in recent weeks that the company chose to feature Amber Heard on their Instagram page. I'm all for the Me Too movement, but I definitely think that there's a double standard. When the movement brought down powerful figures like Harvey Weinstein, everyone was all for it, and no one wanted to be associated with Harvey after that, even though at the time it was all hearsay. But now that the movement might extend to Amber Heard after what she allegedly did, that's kind of upsetting. I would like to point out again that the evidence against her is mounting, especially with the audio tape where she admitted to doing what she did. It's looking more and more like she's guilty, but she's also not been convicted of anything yet, and I think people forget that. And neither was Harvey Weinstein, but maybe L'Oreal will change their tune if it was found that she did defame Johnny Depp, and maybe even she falsified evidence against him. The case against Amber Heard has just taken a turn. Another turn. And there's lots of little turns in this one. She would not only owe Johnny Depp $50 million, if Johnny Depp's legal defense team can prove that she falsified evidence against him, she could face up to 3 years in prison. One of the main arguments in Johnny Depp's case against Amber Heard is that all of these accusations are part of an elaborate hoax. A poorly executed but elaborate hoax. So Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard for defamation, and he could get $50 million if he wins. It seems there's new evidence that could prove that Amber Heard faked her injuries. Injuries that she said that Johnny Depp gave her. The injuries were supposed proof that allowed her to get a temporary restraining order against Johnny Depp. The problem is, if Amber was found to have been lying about these industries, it comes with not only a $50 million defamation lawsuit, but 3 years in prison for falsifying evidence. Oh sh**. California Penal Code Section 141 PC establishes that it is illegal to alter, modify, plant, place, conceal, manufacture, or move any physical matter with the intention of causing someone to be charged with a crime. Other laws that would apply to this include offering false evidence under California Penal Code 132 PC and preparing false evidence under California Penal Code Section 134 PC. The latter 2 laws are felony charges, but the initial law is normally a misdemeanor that could be charged as a felony charge. Johnny Depp claims Amber Heard faked her injuries by painting on bruises using makeup. And she used photos of these painted on bruises, allegedly, to get her temporary restraining order against Johnny Depp. It turns out that James Franco was filmed on CCTV hanging out with Amber Heard in the days before and after she got the temporary restraining order. Surely James Franco would know if the bruises that Amber Heard had were there before and after she got the restraining order. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like bruises don't go away that quickly. They would be there before and after. If they're real, of course. Amber Heard also said that she had 2 black eyes before she appeared on The Late Show in 2015 with James Corden. Yet another witness, Amber Heard's stylist, Samantha McMillan, said that, quote, Throughout the day of December 16th, 2015, I could see clearly that Amber did not have any visible marks, bruises, cuts, or injuries to her face or any other part of her body. Surely someone like a makeup artist or a stylist who would see Amber before the show and have to get her ready for the show would see bruises if they were real. I wonder if Warner Brothers would be willing to film Amber Heard's scene in Aquaman 2 from prison.
Johnny Depp has accused Amber Heard of pocketing the $7 million settlement from their 2016 divorce. According to Depp, Ms. Heard has lied about giving the money to charity, and today on the channel we're going to try and make sense of these accusations to see if there's any validity to it. So late last night, the Associated Press began reporting that Johnny Depp and his lawyers are now pressuring Amber Heard to prove whether or not she donated the settlement to charity. Depp has continuously claimed that Heard only married him for his money, and if it comes out that she broke her promise about donating to charity, then this claim is right on par. Amber has declared that she didn't want Johnny Depp's money after their brutal divorce back in 2016, and so she vowed that it would be split into 2 separate donations to charity. But the big thing was that she was giving all of this money to charity. However, Johnny Depp's lawyers now believe that this virtuous gesture was nothing but a ruse. His lawyers have spent a majority of the past year trying to get proof from the Children's Hospital in Los Angeles and the American Civil Liberties Union just to see if she actually donated the money. So far, the ACLU has refused to cooperate with any subpoenas that they've been sent, but documents were obtained by the Daily Mail that suggest the charity only received $100,000 from Ms. Heard, a far cry from the $3.5 million that they were promised back in 2016. Turns out the LA Children's Hospital has also been secretly worried about the lack of her donations, but still refused to call her out for it in the press. Bosses at the LA hospital even wrote a letter to Amber in June of 2019 asking if her pledge would be fulfilled or not. In the letter, the Associate Senior Vice President of the Children's Hospital says, "I am following up on the correspondence that Children's Hospital Los Angeles Foundation received on August 26, 2016, which CHLA was notified by Edward White & Company, that a $3.5 million pledged gift has been made in your honor. In the correspondence, see enclosure, it states, the first of multiple scheduled installments to honor the full amount of Ms. Heard's $3.5 million pledged gift. Since the first installment, CHLA has not received further installments. I am inquiring if you have knowledge if CHLA should accept further installments on your behalf or if the pledge will not be fulfilled." So essentially the charity's saying, hey, we got your first payment, but it's been 3 years since you did that again. And you know what's even more of a joke? Amber Heard didn't even make the first payment herself. Yeah, Johnny Depp made that payment on her behalf because she was so adamant about not wanting his money during their divorce hearing. In a witness statement from Amber Heard and dated on February 26th, Amber states, "I remain financially independent from him the whole time we were together, and the entire amount of my divorce settlement was donated to charity. Even when they were in court for Depp's libel case against the Sun, Judge Andrew Nichols cited that her charity donation was proof enough that she wasn't after Depp's money. However, we still have yet to see any receipts. People keep defending her, but the only one supplying evidence is Johnny Depp and his legal team. If she shows that she donated a total of $3.5 million to each charity, then we can believe her. But as of now, I'm starting to think that money got spent on legal fees instead." The worst part about this is that Amber Heard actually tried to blame Johnny Depp for the delay on her donations, citing that she had spent millions defending herself against false accusations made in the defamation case. Although, here's the thing, Amber, that was 2 years after your divorce. She didn't even write that op-ed piece in the Washington Post until 2018. You had 2 years after your divorce was finalized to donate the money as promised. Now, let me jog Amber's memory here because everything she has said in court has been recorded. In August of 2016, Amber Heard said, and I quote, "As described in the restraining order and divorce settlement, money played no role for me personally and never has, except to the extent that I could donate it to charity and in doing so, hopefully help those less able to defend themselves. As reported in the media, the amount received in the divorce was $7 million, and $7 million is being donated. This is over and above any funds that I have given away in the past and will continue to give away in the future. The donation will be divided equally between the ACLU, with a particular focus to stop violence against women, and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, where I have worked as a volunteer for the past 10 years. Now, because of this overwhelmingly kind gesture from Amber Heard, Johnny Depp said, well, if you're gonna give all the money away to charity, you know what? I'll help you out. He even promised her and the court that he would donate this settlement on her behalf. However, instead, Amber got defensive by this suggestion and said that Depp should double his donation if he wanted to interfere. Adding to all of this confusion, the Daily Mail also reported that they discovered 2 further donations made to the hospital, both in honor of Amber Heard. One was received in 2017 and was for $500,000, and another was received in 2018 for $250,000. Still nothing close to the $3.5 million, and still nothing coming directly from Amber Heard herself. She was also included on a 2017 donors list, recognizing those who had given between $1 million and $5 million in donations. However, However, both charities have refused to comment any further about Ms. Heard's donations, citing that communications with their donors are confidential.
Amber Heard's comment section on Instagram is a pretty savage place right now. She's being bombarded with tens of thousands of vicious comments after leaked audio seems to prove that she was violent toward Johnny Depp, and even that her entire vendetta against Johnny might have been a hoax. But people have also started to notice that their Justice for Johnny Depp comments are being deleted. Amber Heard has not commented publicly about the leaked audio recordings that might cost her her role in Aquaman 2, if not her whole career. Just gonna... In these leaked audio tapes, she admits to being violent toward her ex-husband Johnny Depp, which is a very different narrative than the one she was pushing to the media. Amber Heard is keeping her mouth shut and trying to maintain a business-as-usual presence on social media. She's been seen out and about with her new girlfriend Bianca Butti at a pre-Oscars event. But even though she might seem like she's got it all together, the negative backlash is getting to Amber Heard. How do we know this? People are flooding her comment section with stories of abuse and criticism. Hashtags like Amber the Abuser, Justice for Johnny Depp, and barfing emojis are rampant. But fans have also noticed that their negative comments are being deleted from her page. Here are a few examples. She's deleting comments of survivors just trying to voice an opinion, not bullying or harassment comments, just factual opinions. She's silencing real survivors. Next, deleting comments won't make your disturbed behavior go away. And I've got all the time in the world, keep deleting my comments. But the sheer amount of comments is staggering. There are close to 100,000 comments on the picture she posted around the time the tapes were leaked. 90% of those comments are about the tape scandal, and people are also spreading the word about the petition to remove her from Aquaman 2. Even if she sat there all damn day, she wouldn't be able to delete all the comments. The petition to remove Amber Heard from Aquaman 2 has almost reached its goal of 300,000 signatures. Even though a lot of the time petitions don't really do much to sway opinion, there are unconfirmed reports on social media that Warner Brothers is looking to recast her role. There are also calls to revoke her position as an ambassador for women's rights over this scandal. Amber Heard was the first American actress to be named Human Rights Champion to the United Nations Human Rights Office.